Hello everyone, Zach Nighthawk flying into your space once again with another episode of Star Fox Adventures. In the last episode, we escaped prison and returned all the power to the wind lifts in CloudRunner Fortress. Not only that, we also collected a Sharp Claw disguise that somehow counts as a staff upgrade and uses staff energy, even though we had to recover our staff by using the Sharp Claw disguise. Again, game using the its magic logic again. Uh-oh. Well, the Sharp Claw are above us, so they're not gonna... Not exactly, detection system isn't exactly, top-notch. Nothing back here. Uh-oh. Ooh. Yeah, I'll show you why you can't go the Skydock in this way, because it's locked and there's no way you can get through unless you're on the other side. So how do we get there? Well, as I mentioned in the last episode, the way you get there is go to the other wind lift on the other side of the courtyard. Want to avoid that that sentry if I can. Go up here. Ooh, and it's not the right end. This is. Oh, Sharp Claw. Oh, the door's just closed. Not just door. Doors. Yeah, we're trapped in here with these Sharp Claw. At least that's what the Sharp Claw want us to think. Because, and they don't know this, and will never know this, we have the Sharp Claw disguise. Now, if you remember, back in Volcano Force Point Temple, K-Claw, and Brizoa Palace, there have been these Sharp Claw only pads to unlock certain doors. Now that we have the disguise, if we stand on this pad, we can unlock both doors. Well, in this case, both doors, but you can unlock a door with the Sharp Claw disguise and step on the pad as a Sharp Claw. Not exactly top-notch security, general scales. So we gotta take out all these Sharp Claw to get on the Skydock to get into this room. So let's hunt some orcs, shall we? I'll see if I can. Nah. You can't use the ground quake to send them off into outer space. Because that's where you go once you fall off. Outer space. Take you out. And that gated path. Well, this gate that we saw earlier. Well, now we can use the fire blast on the switch. And the gateway is unlocked. And we can get through here again. I think I gotta just switch this back to... I think that'll come into play at some other time. Well, 2 down, 3 to go. They deflect that fire blast like they have a lightsaber. That's weird. They just have a rusty mace. And we have a staff that can send them into oblivion once all their health is low. And now that life force door is down, so now we can go through there. Well, before we do that, I want to go this. Oh, never mind. I thought that was a shark claw pad for a second. As it turns out, this is a shark claw barrel. Can only be picked up by shark claw. Guess it's locked in place if we're still fox, but if we use the disguise, we can pick it up. Once again, your security plays against you. Gotta hurry up because that's a time bomb. Stepping on that pad will not only unlock doors, it will also cause bots to pick up bombs. I think it picks up where we last, or the timer picks up where we last left off. If we throw that, paves the way for to get into the court, to the Queen's Courtyard. And speaking of which, that is where she's been imprisoned, presumably crying again. Thinking, how could this have happened to me yet again? You seriously didn't think, with all the wealth that your fortress was sitting on, that Scales wouldn't exploit that and see to it personally that those funds are seized by force. I mean, obviously, but uh-oh. Get out of the way of that. Come on, cameras. Really? Okay, get that. Showing what's on that deck. Uh-oh. Well, turns out we can visit the Queen that way, so turns out her prison guard has spawned out of nowhere. Why couldn't they just roam around it's just, you know, a little puzzling to me. I mean, it's not completely out of place to have a highly important prisoner being guarded at all times and not have someone literally come out of thin air to attack intruders. Then again, this game embraces magic, so... Oh! So what this will do? Well, if we use this lever switch... Oh, nothing happens yet. But if we go around the other side... And let's talk to the Queen of the CloudRunner tray. Let's see what she has to say.
Fox, the floor of this cage seems unstable. See if you can find a way of breaking it.
Thanks, Queen Kazooie. That's very sound advice. See if we can find a way of breaking the floor of this cage. Well, as you saw that... I was going to say, as soon as you saw that where that switch was supposed to activate... oh, never mind, that was dumb of me. That's where we're supposed to go to the base of her cage. Or what leads us to the base of her cage. And as you've all just seen, that you can't get to that switch by normal means, so you have to jump across stacked sharp claw crates. or giant shark claw crates that you can't break open that are instead used as leaping or as midway points between your jumps. So again, I'm not the best at explaining things, so working on it. Now, if we pick this up, throw this. Oh, so we're supposed to guide it across. That's better. And if we pick it up, toss it at this cracked support beam, we should cause the base to collapse.
Are you all right?
My children. When I was captured, they became scared and are now hiding around the fortress. Please, take this. Use it when you hear them. Its call will guide them back to me. If the Sharp Claw find them, I fear they will leave the fortress forever.
Well, we have picked up a CloudRunner flute. The Queen's babies will only respond to this call. Now, if you remember, we've seen a bunch of adolescent CloudRunners flying around CloudRunner Fortress. Those are her kids. And they are not capable of speech. Because, well, they kind of age like Yoda and Grogu, as I've said in a prior episode. Only coos and cries before. Talk like this, I do. Well, not Yaddle, but still. For anyone who's watched that Tales of the Jedi spinoff on Disney Plus. But what we have to do is save each of her babies from the Sharp Claw. There are 4 in all, and the more we go along, the more Sharp Claw we have to kill in order to save her babies. Seems pretty easy there. And her babies are just wild animals. Like, they behave like wild animals. So what you're gonna do, see that sea icon right there? Well, you're gonna blow in the flute, and the most random music number sends them back to their mom. As I've said earlier in this episode, that should serve a purpose, or that pathway should serve a purpose, and turns out we have another baby CloudRunner to save. There are 2 Sharp Claw, and I'm sure you know how the pattern goes. First baby has 1 Sharp Claw, second baby has 2 Sharp Claw, third baby has 3, and the fourth will have 4. Hey, brainless baby, here you go. Remember this? When we rocket boosted up that platform, that's where we need to go. Well, so how you get there? Well, there's a lot of rubble in front of us, so just go through the just sneak our way through, and there are ears to Sharp Claw snickering and whatnot. Well, battle music has arrived, so that means they've detected us, and now, or at least we think it. Kicks one into oblivion. 2 sharp claws kicked into oblivion. Three sharp claws kicked into oblivion. Oh, you're saved. Let's blow on this flute and hope you become a very happy baby. And just to slightly make this a little bit more challenging, you have to go the complete opposite side of the fortress to save the last CloudRunner baby. They just have to make it interesting, but again, can't always be too easy. On the other side of the skydock from where the first CloudRunner baby was. Oh, I guess it was the shark claw on the lower level that detected us. That's probably it. Could be wrong, but still. Also, what? What's that? I've never seen that area before. Like that open area, like that serves as almost like a windows or something like that. I'm not explaining it too well, but hopefully we can get there by some Nintendo cheat from, I forget what that was called back in the day. Some Game Shark thing, I guess. Allows you to leap to the top of the certain places and break the game. Well, here we are. Always, I think in Star Fox Adventures they had a space jump. I forget how you do that, but you could get to the top of every map imaginable. Get to Cape Claw without having to pay the toll, and get to Volcano Forts Point Temple without having to use that key. Or any spellstones for that matter. Oh, final baby is safe. The meter is gone. Let's play some happy music. Happy music only a toddler can understand. No thanks. Or no thank yous from the CloudRunner, just chirps, because this is the way. Oh, now we gotta find our way back up to the Queen. We've rescued all 4 of her babies, so... And as I've mentioned earlier, I just want to go over some Dinosaur Planet history. As I mentioned earlier, we were supposed to play as Crystal, and not only as Fox or Saber as in the original Dinosaur Planet. Crystal would have had a sidekick like Tricky, and that sidekick's name would be Princess Kite, a CloudRunner equivalent of Tricky, who would also have her own version of a Flame Command. That would be relevant at a future the reference to which becomes relevant at a future point in this game. Now, in the original Dinosaur Planet, remember that scene where the Queen of the CloudRunner tribe was getting mugged by Scales and the Sharp Claw? Well, in the original Dinosaur Planet, she was supposed to be killed off at that point. But she serves a greater... but in Star Fox Adventures, she serves a higher purpose in this story, so she cannot be killed off. Just a little history lesson for you. Now, let's go to the not axed Queen and talk to her.
Thank you, Fox. As promised, here is your reward. Scales has hidden the spell stone inside the treasure rooms. Find it, Fox, and return it to the Force Point Temple. Our planet is in your hands.
So, at the end of that skydock, you will see a ladder that will take you to that room. Well, you have to do a little bit of a hop, skip, and a jump to get there, but just want to say we're not going to do it in this episode. We'll have to save it for the next one. Next time on Star Fox Adventures, we go down to the treasure rooms, confront General Scales, and potentially get the second of 4 spell stones. See you guys then.